Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back. This is a first impression video only. It is not, I repeat, it is not a review at this time. But I will say Danby products are good. We've had our microwave for about 9 years now since we moved into this place 9 years ago. And it's still working like a charm. Danby's pretty good stuff and doesn't break the wallet too bad either. Now, this has got an extremely long model number to it, so I'll kind of like hold the page there for a minute. Hopefully it stays in focus for you and you can read it. I will have it in the description below. Now, I will also put in the description below the website link to MDG, where I got it from. And MDG is both a US and a Canadian website. And in Canadian dollars, because I'm in Canada, I paid $6.49 for this. Before any financing stuff. They're a company that does do financing. Now, yes, you are going to pay a lot more when you finance. It is the same thing with Rental City or rent-to-own shops, any place that allows you to have your product and use it now and pay over a term, okay, which is about 3 years for this puppy. And it's costing me about I think it was about 69 bucks or something like that a month. Because it's all based upon your credit score and all that jazz. But I mean, they do give you credit up to $3,500 no matter who you are, so you're going to get whatever limit they give you. And of course, I am definitely good for the max, and I still have leftover credit either way. Plus, I'm paying off other stuff with them. I did a personal loan through them. Plus, I'm still financing the balance of 10 months left finally on my laptop. But anyways, that's my personal life in a nutshell. So on the energy guide, this is kind of a weird one because we got type 16, we got type 13A, 288 kilowatt and 296 kilowatt. Now, I'm going to take a rough guess in the world here because these are also both, they appear to be, or are they the same model numbers? M068A, M068A1S. Yeah, so this is what's called a convertible refrigerator freezer, okay? So you can set the dial as a refrigerator only, and you've got a fridge, right? But then you don't have that freezer compartment available to you, okay? Like you would in regular fridges. It would be a fridge only. Okay, which is fine because if you don't need the fridge, a fridge freezer, a lot of people just have a straight separate freezer anyways, you know, because, well, it would be something like this or maybe a chest freezer. And, but anyways, it chews up a little bit of juice, about $5 a month is all it costs to run this thing, which is pretty good. And so anyways, you can also reverse the door. And they do give you the hinge for the other side in the package. So you would remove this hinge, obviously, and put the other one here. Probably going to mean lifting something up. I have to read the instructions on that, but I'm leaving this alone. It's perfect for in here where we have it set, and this is in my studio. Where we wanted to put this thing, we had the width properly, but it needs its own socket on its own breaker, which, yeah, we can't do that in the bathroom because our washing machine is plugged into the same socket, and I can't run both at the same time, and you don't just unplug a freezer to do a wash load of laundry. So, yeah, needs to be on its own separate circuit. So that's fine. I don't care. It doesn't take up that much space. In fact, if you bear with me for a quick sec, I'll get a measuring tape. So as far as the outside dimensions go, you're only looking at 21¼ inches wide, and you are at about 22¼ deep. And as far as the height goes, ground level to the top, we're at 55 and, well, if you want to really push it to the max, 55½ inches, okay? Now here's the interesting part. The freezer as listed on the website, you will not find a brand name, you will not find measurements. I told them, I says, hey, before I go and spend this money, I want to know what kind of, you know, machine I'm getting. What's the brand? What's the model? So I can research it a bit before I go and spend any money. I'm not going to just buy it just because I can get it from you for payments, right? So they understood that. They came back to me with a brand name that I don't even know how to pronounce it, so we're not even going to go there. But also, when you look at this freezer for 650 bucks, it didn't make any mention that it was a fridge or a freezer, either way. It just mentioned freezer only, showed it as a freezer. And if you remember old freezers where you've seen the pipings and you had the metal racks, and I mean, these things frosted up and you'd have to defrost them every once in a while, right? Well, according to the brand and model they sent me, I researched it, and that's exactly what that would have been according to the picture. Also, when it comes to storage, we're going to give you a tour, don't worry. Okay, so I'm expecting, well, you know what, I'm only putting a deer in this thing anyways, and any other animals I shoot, because we only have so much space in our fridge freezer section, which we reserve that for other things. This is going to come in handy for any extra overflow, especially if we come into some extra money above our normal crappy budget every month. But also for when I go out and I hunt, this is the main purpose, is I need a place to put a deer, because you're going to get about 40, 50 pounds worth of meat off of a deer, depending on the deer you shoot, right? So I'm kind of thinking, well, I can't fit that in my fridge freezer and my other food, so we need to fix this. So what I got in reception to this was a Danby with that really long model number. And now's your inside tour. It does have refrigerator mode only or freezer mode. And I've got this set just past half. Now we're going to see how long it takes to freeze water. But it also has 3 cupboard storage. It's also frost free as well, which is another bonus. So that's great. It does have a little water drip bucket down below, which needs to be there anyways. It's at the back of the freezer. It has adjustable feet on the front. So if you've got an unbalanced floor surface, you can adjust the feet. They just, you know, screw in or screw out the way you need to. And the back is balanced out by 2 wheels. So you can actually push this along the floor without scratching up your precious floor, which is kind of good because, yeah, we have the kind of flooring we have is laminate. And it's that plasticky laminate stuff, so we don't want to score it up. And so we were able to roll this all the way from the bathroom where we first had it, where our laundry room is, all the way in here. No hassles whatsoever, so bonus. Okay, it's also garage ready, so if you don't have room in the house and you got a garage, you can just put this in your garage, plug it in, throw your food in there, and away you go, grub. Industry leading 5-year parts and labor warranty. Now that's a new one too on me. The warranty they told me about was 1 year, and I purchased an additional 3-year warranty, which is fine because during this 5-year, I'm willing to bet that parts and labor will be covered, but I would need a technician to come out, and I'd probably end up paying for a service call. That I don't know, but either way, even with having that 3-year extended warranty to cover the time period of my payments, I'm safe either way, no matter what. And I'll have an additional 2 years left of this warranty once my main warranty's done. So, also very awesome. Anyways, I really like it. It's more than what I expected, definitely, for a freezer. The advantage of having this as a fridge or a freezer is fantastic too. But like I said, if you use it as just a fridge only, normally you would have a freezer always up above, right? Well, this isn't going to have this, but it does have this extra area, which, by the way, this shelf will not be adjustable. But the other glass shelf here and here, they're adjustable. So you've got another empty spot here. I would like to have seen an extra glass tray, to be honest. It would be great, but then again, it's very narrow, so might not be so practical. But either way, you have some adjustability room. You can adjust one up if you need more height. But you also got 3 drawers. You've got 2 deep drawers, and you have a very shallow drawer as well, which as a fridge you could use it as crisper, but in this you can use it for whatever. That's going to fit a lot of animals, so I can do a lot of hunting. But right now we're doing a freezer test, and we're going to see how long it takes to freeze a thing of water. That water's getting really cold already, so that's good. Temperature inside, it's getting cold in here, so that's also good. But like I said, it appears to be frost-free. I haven't read through the manual to confirm that 100%, but It more than likely is. I will be doing a review on this thing over time, and I'll let you know if it is actually frost free in the end for sure. So I don't even think it would mention it in the manual. Just checking our time, we're only 10 minutes. See, warnings, cautions, grounding, glass shells, thermostat adjustable dial, indoor use in garage, temperature controlled, freestanding, temperature setting, refrigerator use. Use the appliances refrigerator set. Yeah, so as a refrigerator, I would have to say that, yeah, if you're going to use it as a refrigerator, it's not going to frost up. So it would be frost free in that case because of the fridge part of it. And you can use it either way. They also have a fast freeze setting. Setting the thermostat dial to fast freeze will cause the compressor to run continuously. The internal temperature will be roughly minus 28 Celsius. That'll freeze you quick. Can be used to quickly lower the temperature inside the freezer so contents will freeze faster. Do not run fast freeze for more than 24 hours. Okay, so yeah, if you want to fast freeze stuff, you can do it that way. Doesn't say anything about care and maintenance, cleaning. It tells you about how to clean it. Defrost. This appliance should be manually defrosted every 6 months or whenever the layer of frost reaches 1/4 of an inch thick. So it's not frost free, okay? Unless it's in refrigerator mode, that would be different because it's not going to get anywhere near as cold as a freezer does. So for that, you would be fine. But as a freezer, once every 6 months, protect flooring by putting towels or a pan under the appliance in case of leaking, because yeah, that happens with cycles. There is actually a pan built in, by the way, that it has down there as a drip pan, so that should be fine. Power failure, talks about that, what to do. Vacation, tells you about that stuff too if you go on vacation. That's pretty much about it. So it's not frost free. It will build up some frost. But every time you get around 1/4 of an inch thick, defrost it. Doesn't take long to do that. And then clean it up and away you go. We used to do that a long time ago. So even though it doesn't show the internal guts in here, it's all covered. It is a unit that does build up some frost. I know for a fact we have a frost-free fridge and freezer combo unit, and we never have to worry about frost because it's frost-free system. This can build up to 1/4 of an inch of frost in the freezer mode, but in refrigerator mode, it's not going to do that. So, it's not going to build the frost. So that's the difference between a fridge and a freezer setup. And like I said, you just turn the dial to the mode you want. So, and then you have the fast freeze. So we're just on regular freezer, and like I said, we're just past the halfway point. So I'm gonna have to leave that door closed so my water can freeze up. But anyway, my first impression so far is I do really like it, and I do like the fact that I got an appliance brand that I know and trust. And I think the price was actually pretty decent as well. So I'm not going to complain there. And you can put the door left-handed or right-handed. Like I said, they give you the extra hinge piece, which is actually here wrapped up in the bag, and it's going to have to stay there because, well, I don't need it for that, so I'm okay. You can also get a platinum extended warranty coverage on this unit as well, so no problems there. And yeah, it says estimated energy cost is $41 a year with a 296 kilowatt, and with 288 kilowatts going, it's $40 a year. So yeah, anyways, there you go. So that works out either way. But I'd say that's it for this video. If you have any experience with this freezer, let me know, or freezer fridge, let me know what you think of it. Let me know how the frost has built up for you in freezer mode. that sort of thing. I guess we can go from there. And like I said, I will eventually do a review down the road. I gotta make sure that's sitting even. I'm really OCD on angles. But let me know what you think. And I'll get back to you guys with a review down the road. It's going to be like a few months from now, obviously. Not going to get anything that quick out of me on something like this. This is one of those long-term things where we need to go like 5-6 months and see how things go. But otherwise, so far I'm pretty happy with it. So that's it. That's all. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next video. Ciao.